Okay. Hello and welcome. I'm Sean from Urban Tactical Survival. And today we're talking about EDCs, specifically EDC bags that you carry. I want to go over a new generation, well I guess the second generation bag from Aught Design. Their new bag, the Fast Pack EDC. This is a feature-rich bag, very strong and durable. It comes in at about 4.5 pounds empty and made of 1,000 D Cadora material. Unfortunately, for the price point, the zippers are not waterproof, so I would advise, and I do have a waterproof cover to go over the bag just in case I get caught out in the elements. And that is something that can happen if you're out hiking or out just jolly-lagging through the city and just doing whatever you're doing. The possibility is of rain and getting caught in some rain. That's a strong possibility. So unfortunately, you know, the bag is water resistant, so it is not going to protect the contents of your bag from water. So what I have devised to do is get a heavy gauge plastic bag such as this one. I will put all of my contents, everything I'm going to carry on the inside of the bag, I put it inside of here, fold it down once or twice, and this bag will go on the inside of the Fast Pack EDC bag. That's one way of securing your items inside and keep them from getting wet. The other one is to use an outside source, such as a water cover, a waterproof cover that would go over the whole entire bag, and that's something that I have too. So these are the redundancies. I also got the plastic bag and the cover, so I can cover my stuff and keep it dry two ways. So let's dive into this bag and look at some of the features and go over them and show you what this bag has to offer. First up, right here on the top, the first generation model had a roll top compartment on the back of the bag that you would unlash on the sides and you roll it up. And that was designed to put a laptop or some type of tablet or whatever you wanted inside that waterproof bag, and roll it back down and clip it, and it was on the back of the bag. Okay, so that was one of the features that they changed with this bag. The other feature that they changed and they incorporated and put them on the inside is on the side of the bag, they had two water bottle compartments that on top of them you could zip them closed. They had zip closures. So they moved them from the outside of the bag and they put them on the inside. And we'll get in and I'll show you what those look like once we get into the bag. But up front here, you have a control tail here that protects everything that you have behind here. This tail has MOLLE, has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rows of MOLLE PALS matrix is what they call it, that you can hook on things with MOLLE configurations. You can also drop this control panel down. You can drop it down, and if you're carrying a rifle, you put the butt end of a rifle down in here and you can carry that rifle on the back of your bag. You'd use the suspension straps on here that I use to keep this closed, and you can lock the top portion of the rifle to the bag. Okay, on the outside here, they also have a very generous amount of PALS matrix. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 rows of PALS matrix. You got a 1 inch on top of a 2 inch, and then you got single 1 inches. So you got 1, 2, 3 1 inch strips, and 1, 2, 3 2 inch strips. And on top of the 2 inch strip, you also have a 1 inch strip. So that gives you plenty of spaces to lash on things or weave or whatever you're going to put on the bag with a MOLLE, through the MOLLE system. What I have chosen to do here in the back of the bag is put my first aid kit back here, and that's weave through there with a molly system. That stays there. You also, if you're rocking this out in the field with a team, a tactical team, and you guys got helmets, you can also put a helmet in here, and this tail would protect that helmet and carry it. You can carry the helmet in the backpack here. Or it's used if you have something wet, a jacket you took off and you don't want to put it on the inside of the bag, you can lash it on the back here and pull this tail up and then lock it in place back here like that. So I'm going to lock this up here and go to the side of the bag. On the side of the bag, as I said, they move those water compartments, those zipper closed water compartments on the inside. But what I've chose to do on the outside, because you do have Pals Matrix on the sides here, you have it on this side and the same on the other side of the bag. So here I have one of the 511 little pouches I put here, and what I have inside here is the actual waterproof cover that I would use to cover this bag. I also have Thurum battery vaults because I'm carrying a rifle, and I do have optics and things on my rifle that require batteries, so I have extra batteries in here. And on the other side, it's the same thing. Here's the second Thurum battery vault. I have extra batteries in there. I also, because I'm carrying a rifle, I usually keep a tourniquet. This is a tourniquet pouch here, and a pair of surgical shears on the side here. And I also keep a tourniquet in my pocket on my pants. So down here on the bottom, and you wouldn't know it was there until I told you, but there are some pockets here. They call them, they're flashlight caves. They have zipper compartments, and you can shove things up in here. What I have up in here is a roll of 550 cord, but you can shove anything that you don't want anybody else to know about, or you don't want to lose. A pair of keys you want to keep outside. There is a D-ring all the way up in the top, and the length of this pocket is about 6 inches from the bottom to the top to this second Pals Matrix strap right here. So there is a D-ring up in the top that you can connect whatever you want to store in this bag up in there. And then you can just, I'm gonna put the 550 cord back up in there. You can close this down, and you can take the strap, the little pull tabs, push them up in there, close that zipper, and there, you never know that pocket is there. It disappears. You also have one on the other side of the bag as well. Same configuration. Right there. Okay. So on the bottom of the bag, you have some Pals Matrix. You have three rolls of Pals Matrix. You also have straps here that you can use to lash on things like a sleeping bag or a sleeping mat. If you want to, you have straps here that you can do that and lash them to the bottom of the bag. You have these that you just pull down here, and they do stay secure. Okay, the suspension system, the shoulder straps. Now, due to customer feedback from the first generation, Triple Aught Design got information that people were carrying heavier loads in their bags, and the old straps was just not helping them in carrying those loads. So what they did was they moved the straps from the top of the bag. These straps used to be hooked onto the top of the bag, and the pull tabs here for the adjustments to the weight was also up on top, and they stretched out to the front of the bag. They've dropped the shoulder harness down to right where the padding in the back of the bag is, and that allows the bag to ride up about 2 inches higher than the old model. So now, and they've also beefed up the straps. The straps are much more beefier and thicker. So this is about 1.5 inch wide shoulder strap with 1/4 inch thick padding on it. And you also have lashing points on the strap that you can lash on various items that you want to carry up front here with you. The sternum strap here is also adjustable in height. You can adjust it, bring it up higher if you want, or bring it down lower. It's easily done. It's very smooth maneuver. Just grab that and move it up. Very smooth. Okay, and you have the same thing on the other side of the strap. The sternum strap, you move it up and down if you so choose to. I keep mine all the way down here. So let's move that back down to its lowest position. Down here, these keepers here that are designed to roll up. So you have all that excess webbing right there that will be just flopping around as you're walking. So what this little tab down here on the bottom is designed to do is you roll up this webbing on this little tab here, and there is a bungee cord here at the end that you wrap around, and there's a little lock that locks it in. Now you have all that webbing that's rolled up, and it doesn't go flopping around as you're walking around with this bag. So that's a good feature. I like that about this bag, because I hate straps that are just flopping around as you walk, and you got all these straps and they're just flying all over the place. Okay, the back has mesh padding here. The padding here is about 1/4 inch thick on both sides and the lumbar. It also has opened up a channel that allows the heat to be transferred and moved away from your body. So while you're wearing this is on next to your skin, your body here, and this channel is open to dissipate the heat, move the heat. So this is a nice, thick, comfortable padding, about 1/4 inch thick. Same thing on the lumbar support. Lumbar bag, when you're wearing this with heavy loads, the lumbar support is nice and comfortable on your lower back. What didn't come with this bag when you buy this bag from Aught Design is the hip belt. So this is a separate feature that you have to buy separately. This hip belt is designed to wear when you got heavy loads, to keep the load secure to your body and from moving from left to right or up and down when you're moving. So it's tucked away, and you can just pull it out just like this if you need it and you're going to use it. Just pull it out from behind the lumbar support back there, and then you can lock it in like that. On the straps itself, you have MOLLE here, so you can MOLLE straps here that you can put on small bags or whatever you want to put here that you want to keep close to your hands. Behind the strap here, you have a small pouch that you can put something up in there if you like, to keep from getting lost. The webbing is about 2 inches, 2-inch thick webbing for the belt itself. But on here on the sides that actually right on your hip is about 3 inches. That's about 3 inches thick. And also on this side, you have another little pouch you can put things up into if you want to. So when you're not in use and you want to tuck this away, you got to excuse the wind in the video. You know that wind sound is coming through on the video. So you can take this hip belt, and you can tuck it in behind the belt itself. Now this belt can be removed from the bag completely. Inside here, it is secured on the inside with Velcro. So you'd have to reach in there and pull the Velcro away from the belt and slide the belt out. And what keeps it secure in there is that Velcro. But if you're not using these hip belts because you got a lighter load, you can tuck them in here. So you just fold them over and just push them in on itself and tuck them in behind the lumbar support, and do the same thing with the other one. Just pull that strap down and just tuck it right on in there. Okay, so you're going to have to get your hand on the other side because it is a pass-through, and you want to make sure that the other belt does not push the other side out. So you want to get that in there and tuck it up in there. So pull it all the way through. So pretty much basically when you get the belt tucked in there, okay, and it's nice and secure, what you're going to have in there is one side of the belt is going to be going in, and it's going to be laying on top of each other like that behind the lumbar. So you got to get your hands up in there so you can get them laying up on top of each other, and then you can push them in there. So that's the lumbar back here. It's a nice and quarter of an inch thick. Right back here. I mentioned this is 1,000 D Cadora material, so this is very rough and tough. I've had this bag, it came out in 2018, and I've had this bag ever since 2019. Now the price point is what took me so long in getting the bag. These bags are not for the faint of heart when it comes to the price point. This bag comes on their website $394 retailed. So that's a steep price and it's not cheap. But then I'm a firm believer and you get what you pay for. So back around here to the front of the bag. Up here you have a 2-inch strip, 2-inch wide strip of some Velcro that you can add on various patches of your choice. Here I got one of the Triple Aught Designs patches right here. This one is reflective, so at night if a flashlight or light hit it, it would reflect back out. Also here on this side, anybody who's been in the military, they would understand what this phrase means, embrace the suck. So I'll put that on there. But you can put on here anything that you want. It's a 2-inch strip, so that gives you plenty of room to put on anything, any types of morale patches on here. Behind this patch here, you have a admin's pouch. You open that up with a zipper, and inside this admin pouch, I have various items in here that I think is important to me. I have a key, steel key here that's designed by a firefighter. It's designed for when they enter a building and they have doors that are locked and they can't get in. This is used to open up a door so you can get in. You know, to keep them from bashing the door down, they use this particular key. I forgot what the name of this was. I have to look that up. Also on the outside of the buildings, if I need water and I'm traveling, if there's a SHTF scenario going on like we had back in 2020 and I need water, I can get water or get to a water source on the outside of a building with a Silcock key. If you don't have a Silcock key, I doubt you'll be able to accomplish that task with a pair of needle nose pliers. So a Silcock key would get in there and you'll be able to turn the nozzle, because they have these nozzles on the outside of the building that are squared off, and the Silcock key is perfect for getting that and turning it to get the fresh water. That's water that you don't have to filter because it's coming from the inside of the building and they've already got a filtering system for their water. It's the same water that goes through the building and the people in the offices are using. So also inside here I have various items like masks. These are these are the N95 masks. I got 3 of those in here. I also got mask filters. I got some handy wipes. Also, if I get sprayed, I'm in a situation downtown where I get sprayed with a mace or a riot mace. All right, you get hit in the face. This Sudicom, if I'm pronouncing that right, is a wipe that's designed to clear your face from irritating sprays. Okay, decontamination wipes. So if you happen to get hit in the face with mace, you can use this to wipe it out of your face. So this is what I keep up here in my admin's pouch. Okay, also keep my little shot glass for my spirits if I happen to get some. I got my little shot glass here. So that stays up there in my admin's pouch. Now, up here on top of the bag, they have this lashing system with this bungee cord that if you happen to get caught in the rain and you got a jacket on, you take that jacket off if it stops raining, but you don't want to put that jacket inside your bag, so you can lash it onto the top of your bag where it would drain and dry from the sun. Or if you happen to be in a situation where you are climbing and you have rope with you and you have oh, what do you call this? You have hooks and you're climbing, you have D-rings, okay, carabiners, the rope that you're carrying can be secured to the top of the bag. You have these line locks on both sides. You just open them up and pull this cord, and whatever you wanted to put in here, like say if I had these towels were wet and I didn't want them to go inside the bag, I can take these towels, place them in here like so on top of the bag. Then I can pull this lash down here, and it will secure those towels to the top of the bag. Then take my line lock, push it up closer, lock it in place, such as like that. And now those towels are up on the top of the bag, and they will dry from the sunlight hitting them as I'm walking. So they will dry up there, and they're not gonna get inside the bag. You can also take this line and can run it through one of the Pals Matrix here on the side. Just run it right through one. You got a 1-inch strip here. I would run it through there like so. Pull it out, and one loop in there to lock it in there and tie it down, just like that. Now that's not going anywhere. Even if the line lock happens to get automatically released, it's not gonna go anywhere. It's still gonna stay right there. So the line lock goes up, secures the rope and the towels to the top of the bag, and it stays right there. Okay, so now let's go to the inside of the bag and drop this panel. And this bag opens up in a clam shape configuration. So I can open it up halfway and then pull this, and it will open up. And then all the contents in my bag will stay inside the bag. On the face of the bag itself, the panel here, you have 2 mesh pockets that has various items I put in there. I have a bag up here for some of my electronics, like cords and batteries and charging heads I put up in here. I have a sewing kit, okay? I have some oatmeal and some chocolate up in here. So this is what stays up here. Oh, the wind is getting real picking up. You have to excuse the wind on the audio. You have another pocket right here. You have some toiletries right here. Now, full disclaimer, Triple Aught Design did not send this bag to me for me to do a review for them. I bought this bag myself, so this is my independent review. I've had this bag since, I say, 2019. It took me some time before I decided to buy it because of its price point. $394. That's steep for a bag. But what are you getting in the bag as a EDC bag? The heavy 1000 D Cadora construction of the bag, and the pockets and the suspension straps. You're not going to find that in your regular Walmart backpacks. So I just keep up here various items, a battery bank for charging my cell phone if I need it. I keep rain gear like a snug pack patrol poncho and a pair of waterproof pants. Those stay up in here in the bottom of the bag here. I also keep a large knife if I don't have an axe. This is the Schrade SCH F28. This is a blade that in your hand it screams chop. It is a very, very strong blade. I forget what the blade is, the actual steel is made of, but it also has a Teflon coating on it to protect it from rust and wear. It's a full tang blade. I have a lanyard on the side of it, and I have a chole, so I can use this for smaller tasks, bushcraft tasks in my campsite if I needed to, like making feather sticks or making spikes or whatever. But yeah, this blade, I'm able to chop down trees 4 inches in diameter. This will do the same job that an axe will, and it's much lighter than an axe. I'm not taking away from an axe. An axe is a good, very valuable tool to have in your bag, but I like this blade and the look of it. Plus, if I had to pull it out in a self-defense situation and to use it, I think they would get the picture if I pulled this out and showed it to them. You know, back off. Okay, it does have some jimping up here on the top here, so you get a good thumb purchase right here. The handle on this blade is made of a very high dense rubber. It's a full tang blade, like I said, so that's a very strong blade. The sheath is made of hard plastic, but it does the job. It's not the best in the world, but trust me, it does the job. It protects the blade when I need it to once it's in there. And on the outside of the blade, I've added some bank line, 36 size bank line, and I also have a sewing kit, some emergency items on the inside underneath the bank line. I do have an emergency whistle right here, so if I needed to, you know, I had a whistle here, I can use this to signal to somebody. Okay, that can be heard from miles away. Okay, so that's what I have here. Also have a water bottle if I need to. I got some water in here. If I need to cook something, I can just take the top off and place this right in the fire and heat up my water, bring it to a boiling point, and then drink it if I need it. I also have a fire kit that has all the essential items inside of it that I need in order to get a fire going. Let me hold this up here. I got redundancy type things inside, like a extra spare big lighter, a ferrocerium rod. Let me see my ferrocerium rod. See, I have two big lighters. Got one on the outside and one on the inside. I also do have a ferrocerium rod in here. Pull that out and see where it's at. Yeah, here it is. Very good ferrocerium rod. Also got an emergency whistle on that. I have another little tool here that has some fire starting material inside. I can take this out and get a fire started if I need it. So got my O-ring on, put that back on here. I don't want to lose that O-ring. Without this O-ring, that little compartment would not be waterproof. So I'll screw that back together. This is a small little compartment I keep with the ferrocerium rod. And here, the rod itself, I can use, get strikes off, get a fire going. Very good rod. Paracord if I need to tie something down. That there. So that's what I keep here, up here in my fire kit. So close that down. This pouch is one of the 511 pouches. This is a 511 pouch that I put up in there. Let me take this all this out because I want to show you the control panel itself. I have another multi-tool that I need. Keep that with me. Redundancy. Have one here in a pouch, and I also got one in my pocket, in my pants pocket. So put that there, put that blade there. 40% DEET. You want to get the highest percentage of DEET that you can find in your area. And this is 40%. So this will help protect me from mosquitoes. And who hates mosquitoes? Oh. I've also got a Sawyer water, siphon out my water, purify my water with a Sawyer here. And another bushcraft knife. Now this, when I'm out camping, this knife would be on my hip, on my belt. This is from the Pathfinder School, the PKS. This particular knife is the mountain knife, okay? This has an extra Scandi grind blade, has a 90-degree angle back to it. So it's designed so you can use that to on a ferrocerium rod to scrape. You can also use this to scrape off tinder. The maple handle on it. This is a full tang blade, so you're getting full steel from the tip to the back in this blade. and I got a lanyard on it, so I can take this lanyard and wrap it around my hand, and I can't lose it when I'm doing something at a campsite. This is a very good blade. Let me get my sheath here.
Pick that up.
Don't want to lose that. So yeah, this is from the Pathfinder School, the PKS. They make their own knives. Very, very good knife. Their store is here locally, so I'm lucky I can go locally right to the store and the source and get what I need. So let me put this back in here, and I just put that in there. I wrap the cord around the waist strap and fold it over the blade there, and that stays in there. Now that blade is not coming out. Okay, how much you do this and try to get that blade out, it's not coming out. It stays right there. Behind there I have a large needle to sew up anything in my campsite, like a jacket or a pair of pants. There's a large needle back here that I keep there. But yeah, nice leather sheath for the blade. This would normally be on my hip. Okay, so as I said in the beginning, this bag had 2 outside pockets, and they've gotten away with those pockets, and they've incorporated them and put them on the inside. Now these pockets on the top do not have zipper closures, but they do have the same length. They're about 6-7 inches long, and they got MOLLE straps on it, 3 rows of MOLLE on, so you can add things onto there, but MOLLE systems if you wanted to. And I keep various items in there, like a security vest for nighttime traveling. I have one of those in there. I also have some extra plastic bags if I need to put something in a plastic bag and keep it secure. On the other side here, I have some eating utensils I have rolled up. One spoon here, it's a Seat to Summit spoon. So when I'm eating a Mountain House meal, if you ever eat one of those Mountain House meals, you know that those pouches are very deep and very long. So a long spoon is what you need to get down to the bottom of those bags to get the food out of it. Then I do have some regular eating utensils rolled up with a nice rag to clean everything. So that's what I keep on the inside of the bag. And on both sides of the bag, it's the same configuration with the pockets. Everything is made 1000 D Cadora, so you're getting tough material on the inside and outside. So as I said before, where's this? Pepper. It looks like pepper. Where's that coming from? Like pepper. Here is a control panel. This is an extra piece that you have to order. It comes separately. It's a control panel that can be removed. Here I have it facing forward with the MOLLE system on it, the PALS matrix as they call it, and I have my fire kit hooked on with a PALS matrix. So this is designed to protect items behind it. So what I have behind it is a 3-liter water bladder. It's a Camelback water bladder, but this control panel, if you choose to, it can be removed and you can flip it over. So you can flip it over so that the MOLLE will be facing the back and you have these other pockets facing forward. Here they have the same thing as in the front of the panel here. You got these mesh pockets here that you can put various items up into. Okay, behind this pocket, I do have a shelter. This is a shelter that's made out of 3 mil contractor bags, and this opens up to about 8 by 10. This is an 8 by 10 shelter that I can lash down if I need to. If I get caught somewhere and I need some shelter, I'll use that. So that is folded down here and is protecting my water bladder. So it has lashing points up here that holds the water bladder in place, so I can fill this up and have that extra water. And I run the line out the front of the bag and around to the front, and I snake it down on one side of the straps, and I have a line lock over here that holds it in place right there. So as I said, this control panel can be removed, and it has lashing points down in the bottom of the bag that you can lash it onto and secure it down in the bottom of the bag here. I don't know if you can see that. Here are some lashing points down in the bottom of the bag, and you can lash this on and secure it down there in the bottom. Or if you like, you can take it out completely if you want to, or just flip it over, and you would have those mesh pockets exposed so you can get to it and put smaller items into. It's whatever you like. whatever you want to do with the control panel. But you have it there, and it has these little line lockers here that locks it in place. And you can turn this not even vertical, but you can turn it horizontal to lock it in place that way if you choose to. So let's zip this back up. And the zippers on this bag are, as I said before, they're not waterproof zippers, and I don't believe they are YKK zippers. But whatever zippers they're using, they're excellent. I have no problems zipping this down back and forth, as you can see. These zippers are excellent, but they're not waterproof. So like I said in the beginning of the video, I would incorporate, let me take these towels off the top here, because I don't need them up top. Put them there, and I can cinch down this line up on top here. I got my line locks here. Lock that down. Lock this down on the other side, and that stays there. So yes, I would definitely advise anybody who's going to carry a bag of this size and nature, this bag of this sort, it's not waterproof but water resistant. So I would get a waterproof cover to cover the whole entire bag, and that ensures that your contents will stay dry. Or like I said in the beginning of the video, you get one of those big heavy bags. This I have used on the inside of the bag, the Fast Pack bag. I put all my contents inside this bag, which is waterproof. It's a heavy mill, about 3 or 4 mil plastic bag, and that goes on the inside. That's a very good idea right there. Also, I'm a firm believer, and I don't like, if I'm going hiking with this bag, I don't like putting my bag on the ground. So what I would do when I get to a campsite is I would hang my bag up on a tree somewhere. I have some 550 cord. I take a piece out, wrap around the tree, secure that cord up there, and I would use what is called the hero clip. This is something I got a long time ago, about 5 years ago. I ran into this company online and I saw this hook. They got them in various sizes, and you could get them in different colors. It's called the hero clip. And what this is you unfold this and it folds out, and then you're able to clip your bag. Okay, so I got my control panel hanging down there. So what you're able to do is take this bag, hang it up, okay, and keep it off the ground, just like this. So this is what I would use. I would hang it from a tree, so I don't get like I had in the past before with a backpack. I set the backpack down on the ground, and by the time I went to set up my tent and come back to the backpack, I had ants that had crawled around and was trying to get into the inside of the bag. So I had food in there, and that's what they were trying to get to. So I would not put this bag on the ground for several reasons, that being one of the major ones. And then I don't want to get it all muddy and dirty. But, you know, it is what it is. These things happen when you're out hiking. So, yeah, I use the hero clip, and I clip it to the top up there. And once I'm done, I just take it, fold it back, lock it in place, and then I put this back on the bag when I'm done, and then I'm out. So here's your Fast Pack EDC from Aught Design. It is a feature-rich, great bag. So anybody who's looking for a good bag, for an EDC bag to carry, or just something to hike around the city, or go on long hikes through a wooded area or through your local park, this is a good bag, and it can carry. It's a 32-liter bag, so it carries a lot of stuff and a lot of equipment on the inside. So I've gone over some of the things that I carry, so you could just configure it any way that you want to, and it works fine. So yeah, that's the Fast Pack EDC. So if this information on the bag was very informative to you and you're interested in this bag, you can check them out on their website at Aught Design, and look them up for this bag. So remember, until the next time, now is the time to prepare, and always check your 6. Please hit the like and subscribe button down below. It helps my channel out, and it lets me know that you guys enjoy the content that I'm putting out there. If you have any comments, any questions or comments on this bag that I did not cover, that you came to your mind that you want to know about, please put them in the description box and I'll get back to you. I'll also leave a full description on this bag, the specs and sizes on this bag down in the description box, and where you can get this bag. I'll put that down below. So until the next time, remember, now is the time to prepare, and always check your 6. Till the next time, and I see you in the next video. Peace out.